Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another stream. I hope everybody's doing well. Long time no see. I hope everybody had a good rest of their morning and going into afternoon. Sorry about that. I don't know why it was on the Dolphins instead of the Eagles. I had it set for the Eagles for the longest time. Literally went to after our stream earlier this morning. I literally changed everything to the Eagles Commanders. I changed the rosters, everything. I did the thumbnail, all that stuff. And right at the very end I had to mess it up, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. So listen guys, we got I didn't know if I was going to stream entirely, but here I am. I'm going to. So we got the Eagles against the Commanders, the first time these two divisional teams are matching up this season. They'll see the Commanders in a short 2 weeks again. So instead, it'll be at Lincoln Financial instead of Northwest Stadium. So this should be a good game. I'm hoping that the Eagles are looking for win number 10 on the season. Double-digit wins if they pull out the win today. So looking forward to it. Should be a good one. I hope you guys will enjoy it with me. And yeah, so the one thing I did forget to check, I always forget to check one thing, which is the weather. Let me just see here. No, that's week 18. Oh, wait a minute. Was that week 18? No, this is week. We want week 16. Saying crisp, dry temperatures, clear skies, light winds. Okay, so we'll do clear skies then. That's what we'll do. Okay, so without further ado, I think we can just hop right into the game since we have everything situated and ready to go. And yeah, so here we go. So we're not controlling any team today because we are commentating. This was a Sunday afternoon game. Wait a minute. This was week 16, yeah. I'm trying to figure out. So that one's at 4:20. The one on next Sunday is the 4:25, but I'm trying to figure out this one. Oh, that's right. It was a Saturday. It was a Saturday night game. I remember that. It was a Saturday night game. This was the game leading up to Christmas. So, we'll do that. We'll do 6:30 because that's closest to. Well, 4:15 is closest to 5 o'clock, but 6:30 is more like prime time, like this game will be. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to use the can, so just give me 1 second. I don't ever usually do this on stream, but I kind of have to right now. So just give me a couple minutes here. I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys. Sorry about that. I was had to use the bathroom pretty urgently, so do apologize for that. But we are ready to hop into this game, right? So let's hop right in, and may the best team win. May the best team win. All right, so here we go. Ready? Here we go. Commentator voice is on. Well, good evening from our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Well, technically Landover, Maryland, just outside of our nation's capital. We are here at the home of the Washington Commanders. Northwest Stadium, where the Commanders welcome the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles hope to get win number 10 on the season. And the Commanders looking to strip that from them. This should be a great matchup, a great NFC East matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. The Eagles won the coin toss, have chosen to defer to the second half. And here we go. Saturday night football. So here's Marcus Mariota in his 11th season in the NFL. Certainly a veteran with the Washington Commanders this year. The Commanders without Jaden Daniels. They're very injured right now. Here's a good run. A good run by Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. A gain of 13 and a first down for Washington. Don't know why my game was freezing up like that. It'll do that sometimes. Hopefully it doesn't happen throughout the entire game. Motion from Samuel. Here is Mariota. Tosses it, and it's intercepted. Cooper DeJean there to pick it off. And yet another early pick for these Philadelphia Eagles. We saw that 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago against the Chargers. They did end up losing that game, but another early pick. This time it's Cooper DeJean. 2 weeks ago it was Zach Bond, and quickly turning things over for the Eagles. Cooper DeJean, the cornerback, gets things started for the Philly defense and hands the ball right back to the Philly offense. What a start to this game. Eagles in phenomenal field position. The 47-yard line of the Commanders. Here's Hurts. Over the middle, caught Goddard. Gain of 7. Not even a minute into this game, Marcus Mariota throws a pick to Cooper DeJean. And now the Eagles have it. 2nd and 3 from the 40. Hurts in the gun. Fakes the give to Barkley. Passes caught by Devontae Smith. And he easily gets the first down. A gain of 10. End of the last game against the Raiders, the Eagles lost A.J. Brown to an apparent injury, but he is back in the lineup can't see him on the screen, but he's on the very bottom of the screen right now. There he is coming across, and he picks up. Oh, and he makes a man miss, and he is about a yard short of the first down. Jeremy Reeves, the guy that was avoided by A.J. Brown, 2nd and 1. Hurts in the shotgun, Barkley to his right. Takes the snap, hands it off to Barkley, but he is stopped. A loss of about a half a yard, and it remains 3rd and 1. The Commanders are trying to fight back off of the interception by Marcus Mariota. 3rd and 1. Hurts in the gun again. Fakes to give. He's going to go himself, and he is short. That is Payne, the defensive tackle. And he takes Jalen Hurts down. And they have certainly been studying Jalen Hurts all week. The Commanders stopping Jalen Hurts on the run. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches. Hands it off to Barkley, and he's got a first down more. He's going to go all the way. Goodbye, touchdown. From 3rd and 1 to 4th and inches to touchdown. Saquon Barkley, good start for that man right there. So off of the interception, the Commanders trying to only allow a field goal. Certainly had something going there, but wasn't able to stop the Eagles on 4th and inches. And the Eagles are on top by 6. It's a good look at the veteran Von Miller. He's with the Commanders now. Elliott to make this a 7-point game. The kick is up, and it is good. So the Eagles score on that turnover. Cooper DeJean got it started for the Eagles, and the Eagles offense did the rest. There's Dan Quinn. I think it's the 2nd year with the Commanders. Had a pretty good season going in, I think, as the number 6 seed into the playoffs. Ended up making it all the way to the NFC Championship game, facing these very Eagles, where the Eagles clobbered the Commanders and went to Super Bowl 59 and ended up winning. So these teams certainly have a history, not only within the division, but in the playoffs. Jalen Lane up to the 21-yard line, and here comes Marcus Mariota again, looking to respond and also come back from pretty heart-wrenching interception. Did not want that to happen that early in the game. If you had the choice, you wouldn't want to do that early. You wouldn't want to do it at all. 1st and 10 from the 21. Pass is caught, and that is a first down. A gain of 19. That is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, the running back. And a good start to this drive, unlike the other one that started with an interception. 1st and 10. Wow. That is Chris Rodriguez. Can't make it very far. In fact, he loses a yard. It's 2nd and 11 from the 40. It's about a half a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 11. Second and long, pocket collapsing. Mariota over the middle, caught. First down, and that is Treylon Burks. Gain of 13 or 14 there, but nonetheless a first down for the Washington Commanders. Commanders fans flooding this stadium. You would think there would be a good Eagles turnout, but not too many green shirts out there. High snap, little flicker to Terry McLaurin, but no gain. So that is technically considered a pass. It is a completion for Marcus Mariota, but no extra yards on top of that. 2nd and 10. Mariota looking, still looking. He's going to go. He's got the first down to the 30 and sliding down at the 26. A rush of 20 yards. And the mobility of Mariota, he's probably staring right into Jalen Hurts' face right now thinking, I can do it too. On the cusp of the red zone are the Commanders. Commanders trying to put up a fight. Mariota pitches it back, and it is going to be an illegal block in the back. The penalty comes in. Terry McLaurin, and it's going to be 1st and 20 from the 36. One way or another, it would have been bad for the Commanders. Eagles opt for more yards back. So 2nd and 20 at the 36. 2nd and 20 at the 36. Jake Moody warming up just in case he needs to find his way, but it's intercepted by Jahad Campbell. Interception number 2 for Marcus Mariota. That went right to Jahad Campbell, and this is an outstanding performance by the Philadelphia Eagles defense. You could argue whether or not it's a good start for the Eagles defense or if it's a horrible start for Marcus Mariota. And that certainly is what it's, one way or another. And now Hurts and the Eagles offense take over again off of a turnover. They have not gotten a turnover off of a kick return yet. They've gotten the ball back purely based on turnovers. I was about to start talking about Jake Moody, but we don't have to talk about Jake Moody right now. 2 turnovers for the Washington Commanders picked up by the Eagles. Motion from Brown. Here is Barkley. He's got an open lane past the 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, all the way for 6 points. Touchdown Eagles. Wow, what a start for this team. The Commanders just are starstruck right now because the Eagles, off of 2 turnovers, have went to Saquon Barkley, and Saquon Barkley just performs with such fashion, and there you see it, an amazing touchdown by Saquon Barkley. That a 57-yard run for Saquon Barkley. So a very good start for Saquon. We've been waiting for a performance like that. We are not even, we're almost at the halfway point of this quarter, and the Eagles already have 14 points. So this could be an ugly game for the Commanders based off of what we've seen so far today. So it's now 1st and 10 from the 25 for the Commanders. Mariota, just a horrid start to this game, throwing 2 picks, both resulting in touchdowns at the end of the day. Of course, they're going to run the football here. Chris Rodriguez Jr., gain of 7. They had a good drive going last drive, but it was stopped by Jahad Campbell getting the pick. And then ultimately Saquon Barkley taking it the rest of the way. Mariota in the gun this time. Takes the snap. Fakes to give to Kroski's Merritt. Pass is caught. First down more. Terry McLaurin has a touchdown for himself. He's going to go all the way for the touchdown. My goodness. Yes, the Eagles have 2 amazing touchdowns off of 2 outstanding turnovers, but now Terry McLaurin wins the race against Adoree Jackson and gets a touchdown of his own. And a sensational one at that. What a connection between Mariota and McLaurin. Man, we have ourselves a game tonight. There's Jake Moody. They're on to kick the point after. It is up and it is good. So 1-score game just like that. Only took 2 plays. A 68-yard reception and a 68-yard touchdown for Terry McLaurin and Marcus Mariota. That certainly gets some heads turning, because you look at the 2 first drives from the Commanders and you think, well, Marcus Mariota, 2 picks. The Commanders can't keep the ball. Can't keep the Philly offense from the end zone. So, what do you think? Is this going to happen again? Well, no. Throws an outstanding touchdown to Terry McLaurin. Here's Britton Covey up to the 27. And the Eagles will finally get a possession off of a kick return, not a turnover. There you saw Saquon Barkley's numbers for today. 3 rushes for 76 yards, and he's got 2 touchdowns, so an outstanding start for him also. But you can count Terry McLaurin into that mix also. So, for a moment I thought we were going to have a game just one-sided towards the Eagles, but the Commanders said, let's consider this again. Here is Goddard, pass caught, and a gain of about 5. Dan Quinn has spent a lot of time here in the NFC East, especially after his departure from the Atlanta Falcons. Pass is hauled in by Dallas Goedert again. A gain of 11 on the play, down at the 43, first down. Dan Quinn, after getting let go by the Atlanta Falcons, his last head coaching job, he ended up spending some time with the Dallas Cowboys as a defensive coordinator before being offered this job after Ron Rivera. Was it Ron Rivera that departed? Came here, turned this Commanders team around, and they have a playoff caliber team. You know, I know this season hasn't been great, but a lot of injuries. Hurts to Barkley, first down. And another breakaway play, and he is already 8 yards shy of a 100-yard game. We're not even concluded with the first quarter yet. We're not even done with it. Saquon Barkley, all fired up. Hands it off again to Barkley. He's got another first. And that puts him over 100. The gain of 11 puts him over 100 yards at 103. There's McLaurin, probably thinking to himself, I got to make some more plays like I did earlier. That 68-yard touchdown. This time A.J. Dillon gets a chance. And it is 2nd and 8. Inside the red zone are the Eagles. On this cold evening, Saturday before Christmas. Hurts motioning Smith. Pitches it up to Smith. And he's got a first down, but there is a flag. He might go, but he is short of the goal line. But this might come back. The amount of illegal block in the backs by this team is uncanny. This is going to come back. So it's 2nd and 9. So not really losing much yardage because I think it's half distance from the spot of the foul. Pass is caught. Oh my goodness. A.J. Brown hauled that one in. He said, I may have committed that penalty. I may have blocked somebody in the back, but guess what? I can haul in a ball like that. Get my team that much closer to the end zone. First down and goal at the 5. Hurts takes the snap. Hands it off to Barkley. Barkley up to about the 3 or 4, but there's another flag. My goodness. This time it's Devontae Smith. Outrageous. So that's going to come back even further up to the 14. Tank Bigsby to Jalen Hurts' right. Now that's going to be an offsides call. Free play. Take it in by Dallas Goedert. And that is offsides on Mike Sainristil. Whether they accept it or decline it, they probably declined it because they were in a better position after the free play. Dallas Goedert takes the Eagles to the 3. 2nd and goal. Hurts takes the snap. Firing. And it is incomplete for Dallas Goedert. 3rd and goal. Hurts takes the snap. Still looking. He is sacked. And Payne there to take him down. It's 4th and goal now from the 5. And the Commanders have a nice defensive play to hold him possibly to a field goal. We'll see how aggressive these Eagles will be here on 4th down. Elliott is coming on for the moment. He's on there. I think they're going to go for the field goal. From here, a 22-yard attempt. Snap good, hold good, kick is up, and kick is good. So the Eagles have put up 17 points in this very quarter. With 1:10 remaining and the Commanders behind by 10. Another notable comeback for the Eagles, now active and out there, long snapping, is the long snapper Charlie Hufflett. He's been out on IR for the longest time. Kyle Adamatis acquired from free agency early in the season. And now Charlie Hufflett back in at long snapper for the Eagles. This comes, of course, after the veteran Rick Lovato retires. But every player has to retire at some point. Even Tom Brady had to retire at some point. Even Phillip Rivers will have to retire at some point. Again. So with a minute about remaining here in this first quarter, the Commanders trail by 10. They're still very in this game, though. 1st and 10 on the 24. Here's Mariota in trouble, escaping the pocket and taken down by Jordan Davis. A loss of 6. As we enter the final minute of this first quarter, Mariota's given someone in that huddle the business. Must have wanted him to be more open. Because they had that designed play up and ready, but just didn't work out. Mariota got sacked. Here's Mariota again. In trouble. Pass is incomplete. That was a scary, scary throw, but ultimately incomplete, and it's 3rd and 16 now. Mariota. Plenty of protection. Pass is caught. 1st down. And that is Terry McLaurin again saving the day for the Commanders. That brings up 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Looks like one of the linemen is down. He's back on the bench. Hopefully he is okay. I think that's Coleman. So 1st down and 10. For the Commanders. Here's Cross Keys Merritt. And he gets another 1st down. Eagles unable to stop this explosive Commanders offense. It's a very slow start, but that will conclude the first quarter. The Eagles here on Saturday Night Football trail by 10. It's 17-7. Eagles on top. Well, welcome back, everybody. Second quarter about to be underway. Sun has completely set now. Here on this beautifully cold evening, early evening here in Landover, Maryland. Mariota in the gun. Hands it off. That is Chris Rodriguez, and a gain of about 2. Mariota drops back, looking, pumping. Pass is caught. Krosky Merritt. No gain. Nakobe Dean there to take him down. Third down and 8. Mariota Takes the snap. Pressure coming. Passes caught. This time it's John Bates, the tight end, and a first down and a lot more for his Commanders team, keeping this drive alive. Commanders trying to stay in it after that horrendous start, particularly by Marcus Mariota throwing those 2 picks. Here's Crosskey Merritt. Game's freezing a little bit. Gain of 1. Second and 9. Mariota. Pocket collapsing. Gonna throw it out to Bates again. And Bates taken down with about a yard left to go for the line to gain. Commanders trying to put this game right back into a 1-score position. And Mariota's going to sneak, but he is inches away. The nose tackle right there. Jordan Davis there to make the stop. Let's take a look. And there it is. 4th and inches. Do they go for it? Or do they just go for the field goal? It's really up to them. It is going to be a field goal attempt. 26-yard attempt for the Commanders. Put them within 1 score. The kick is up and good. So Jake Moody with the extra 3 points added on for the Commanders, and the Eagles once up by 14, only up by 7. Moody to kick this one away into the hands of the Eagles. Here's Britton Covey. Covey up to the 26. And that's where the Eagles offense will begin. Saquon Barkley, those are his yards. All 103 of his total yards have been on the ground. And this is the game that he has wanted for a while. One that we've wanted to watch. Over 100 yards, all 100 of those yards earned in the first quarter. 1st and 10. Trying to tack on some more is Barkley. Barkley, wow, what a move. And he has got the first down. Add another 11 to that. 114 yards now. Hurts. In trouble, and he is taken down. He is sacked. Mike Sanderstill, the quarterback, takes him down, coming off of the edge. And a big loss for the Eagles offense. It is now 2nd and 20. Motion from Brown. Here's Hurts. He takes the snap. Pass. Quick pass to Devontae Smith. Gain of 7. 3rd and 13. Still a lot to go. Third and 13. Hurts drops back. Looking, scanning the field. Looking to his right, and it's out of the reach of Jahan Dotson. And the Eagles will have to punt this one away. Believe it or not, this is the first punt of the game. Reading man on to kick this one away for the Birds. Off spot, and it's blocked. Wow, picked up, and that's going to be recovered for a touchdown. Wow. We're going to get a couple good angles of this. What a play, and just like that, the Commanders are going to be tied up with the Birds. That is Kane Medrano, the linebacker. He's a rookie. And he has just ultimately tied this game up. There he is right there, sitting on the bench, catching his breath. He has just tied this game up at 17 between the Eagles and the Commanders. What a response. A blocked punt recovered by the return team. And a quick touchdown. Man, what a game we've had. We've had 2 interceptions. We've had 2 or 3 big plays by offensive players, Terry McLaurin and Saquon Barkley. Then you have a blocked punt by the Commanders. Just what more could you ask? I mean, what more will there be? We'll find out. There's Saquon Barkley, 6 rushes for 114 yards and 2 touchdowns, and that's exactly what I'm talking about in Saquon Barkley. He has had one hell of a night so far, with the rest of the second quarter and all of the second half yet to play. Hurts in the gun. Fakes the give. Hurts is going to go by himself, and he's going to dive forward for a gain of about 5. Second down and 5 to go, marked at the 31. Hurts in the shotgun again. Hands it off to Barkley this time. First down more. Cross midfield. He's going to go all the way again. Another touchdown and another sensational play by Saquon Barkley. And he tacks on 6 yet again. This time a 69-yard run by Saquon Barkley, and that puts him almost at 200 yards. Jake 183 yards now for Saquon Barkley and 3 touchdowns. Wow. It's almost like he was saving up all those bad games during all those bad games. Well, I wouldn't say bad. They just weren't. They were just over par. They were just wasn't his performance that he was looking for. Now he's looking at a 200, 300 based off of how he's been playing. It could be 200-300 yards today by Saquon Barkley. But do not count Washington out of this game. They have responded in ways you would never have thought. So here we go. Here's Edmonds. He's got a return. Decent return on the outside. cross midfield. Like, here we go. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what makes these defensive or these divisional rivalry matchups so interesting, because no matter what record each team has, the Eagles are 9-5. The Commanders, I mean, going into this game, they were 4-10. Okay, you look at these two teams and you think, well, the record doesn't matter. I mean, look at how the Commanders are finding a way to keep themselves in this game. Special teams, defense, offense. Here's Mariota. No gain. So I'm really excited to call the rest of this game, because this game has been all but amazing today. I just wish I was ready for it, because some of this stuff has caught me so off guard. I just don't know what to say. 2nd and 10. Mariota, pocket collapsing. 3-man rush passes. Intercepted off of the hands of Terry McLaurin. Adoree Jackson. Wow. Yet another turnover. Another interception for Marcus Mariota. And Adoree Jackson got his hands on it this time. And the Eagles have turned it over yet again. Well, I should say the Commanders have turned it over to the Eagles yet again. Gee whiz. There's Saquon Barkley. Great look at his image right now. This is just one of the best games I'm ever going to call my entire lifetime. This is never ever want to do this professionally, maybe, but this is, wow. The Eagles do have 1 turnover, but the Commanders have 3. And the Eagles have scored on all 3. Here is Hurts. Hurts going towards the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown. Caught. Saquon Barkley. Wow. This is just utterly amazing. Saquon Barkley, particularly for the Eagles, has just found every way to get to the end zone. He's got 3 touchdowns, 183 yards rushing, and now how many yards is that receiving? That's 44 yards receiving and a touchdown off of that. It's just, I'm definitely causing a disturbance here in my apartment, that is for sure. Making all this noise. Elliott with the extra point, and it's good. So 31 points put up in this half by the Eagles. Again, I don't want to count out the Commanders, though, because they have found so many interesting ways to stay in this game. You thought for a minute, for the first 2 possessions that they had, oh, this is going to be all Eagles. And it may well be eventually, but the Commanders, those 17 points they've earned, all of them were earned in some ways that you would never think and never imagine happen based off of how this game has gone. Jalen Lane up to the 23, and here comes Mariota coming off of his 3rd interception. Finally some quiet for me. This is, I'm gonna watch. They're gonna make me make some noise here in just a minute. Watch, just watch. First and 10 from the 23. Mariota hands it off to the running back, Rodriguez, gain of 4. Mariota drops back to pass. Pocket collapsing. Pass is bobbled around and incomplete. You're lucky that was not intercepted. Nakobe Dean in the coverage. And it's 3rd and 6. So here's something interesting. The Eagles have put up... Whoops. I don't know if you guys heard that. I apologize if you did. They have put up 31 points in this half. That is almost as much as they put up in the entire game last week against the Raiders. Here's Mariota. Pass is hauled in. This time it's Treylon Burks who hauls it in for the Commanders. And it's first down from the 37. So, you backtrack to the Raiders game last week. The Eagles putting up 37 points in the entire game. The Eagles putting up 31 points so far in one half. And the half isn't even completely over yet. Although the Eagles have seen some pretty high-scoring halves. So flag on the play. Pass is complete to Deebo Samuel. And it's going to come back because there's an illegal man downfield. That's George Font. He lost 5 yards and it'll remain first down. So 1st and 15 from the 32. Mariota in the shotgun again. Taking his time. Fakes to give. In trouble, pocket collapsing. Here's Terry McLaurin. He's got the first down. Can he break away again? No, he'll be taken down at the 41. But he has had almost as good as a day as Saquon Barkley with that reception. He's at 121 yards passing, or receiving today, rather. Definitely helps out Marcus Mariota with the 3 picks, but Eagles take a timeout for whatever reason, I'm not sure, but here's Mariota. Mariota in some trouble. He's going to escape. He's going to have to run with it. And the ball's out, but it is out of bounds, and he actually manages to get the ball a yard closer. The ball did come out, but it landed out of bounds ultimately, and Eagles couldn't pursue that ball, but it'll be 2nd and 9, Washington in Philadelphia territory. Hands it off, but it is taken all the way back. Loss of 6. Jalen Phillips all over Chris Rodriguez Jr. And it is now 3rd and 16 from the 47. Mariota drops back from under center. Mariota in trouble, and he is sacked. Again, Moro Ojomo and Jordan Davis there to take him down. He managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. So it's 4th and 16. But the Commanders will have to punt this one away. That'll be their first punt of the game. Tress Way will come on to punt it away. He gets that punt away. Braden Mann unable to get that punt away, and that will be a touchback. So what interesting things can the Eagles do with 4 minutes, 12 seconds to go? Starting at the 20-yard line. 31 points in this half thus far. What other interesting things can they do? Or will the Washington Commanders defense stun them? Hurts in the shotgun. Saquon Barkley to his left. Hands it off to Barkley. Barkley around the line and will only gain about 5. So that puts him 5 yards closer to that 200-yard mark. Could you imagine 200 yards for Saquon Barkley in one half? What better person deserves that? Play action. Hurts to the left side. Caught by Dallas Goedert, and he reaches for the first down. And the amount of boos coming from this stadium right now, I wouldn't blame him. Giving up 31 points and a half, possibly more. Putting up only 17. I mean, I wouldn't be happy. Now 3 minutes to go. Hurts hands it off to Barkley. Barkley still stays on his feet. He's got a first down, makes a spin move, and he is taken down, and that puts him over 200. He's at 201. A gain of 13 for Barkley, and this career night by Saquon Barkley continues. Hurts, low and incomplete, 2nd and 10. So the record right now held by Adrian Peterson from the Vikings. He did this 18 years ago on November 4th, 2007. He recorded 296 yards in a single game. No one has gone over that mark since. Saquon Barkley is 95 yards away from that. So here we go. 3rd and 10. Hurts over the middle. It is caught by Smith, but he is short of the first down. They are in Commanders territory, so do they punt or do they go for it on 4th and 3? The Commanders take a timeout now with 5 seconds remaining up until the 2-minute warning. Gives the Eagles some time to reconvene, considering going for it, but they're actually going to punt it away. Braden Mann gets this one away, luckily, and it'll be out of bounds at the 7. So good punt for Braden Mann. And the 2-minute warning over with. Doesn't really benefit the Commanders. But the Commanders really need a touchdown if they want to stay in this game. We've got 1:59, 2 timeouts remaining. The Eagles do get the football to begin the second half. Mariota in trouble. He's going to go up the middle for a first down. More, and taken down at the 29. That is a gain of 22 for Marcus Mariota. So I'm looking into some stats right now as I'm calling this game, and the NFL record for most total yards all purpose. So this was Glenn Milburn. Glenn Milburn was with the Denver Broncos in 1995. He recorded 404 yards total. And the way he did that is he had 131 yards rushing, 45 yards passing. He also kick returned and punt returned for the Broncos. Here's a deep ball towards the end zone and is incomplete. Skoshi overthrown to Jalen Lane, and it'll be 2nd and 10. And he also had 133 kick return yards and 95 yards punt in the punt return. So Saquon Barkley doesn't have that, so if he can get 200 yards passing, he'll be there. He'll be right there. Pass is caught by McLaurin. He's inches. from the first down. Commanders do not take a timeout. This could be a career night for Saquon Barkley. I believe he's 95 yards away. Uh-oh, movement. And a neutral zone infraction on the defense. I believe that was Jihad Campbell. Yes, it was, and that'll be 1st and goal. Gets them that much closer to the end zone. Mariota in the gun. Samuel in the slot. He's going to haul it in, and he's got a 1st down. And the Commanders take their 2nd timeout. Trying to stay within reach to this outstanding Eagles team tonight. And they're within reach right now. I mean, the Eagles have done a lot tonight, and so have the Commanders. You know, like I said, those 17 points they've earned have been off of some of the wildest things that I've seen. Here is Mariota. Pass is caught. No, it's incomplete. Incomplete, intended for Terry McLaurin. Cooper DeJean there to break it up. 31 seconds remaining, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Mariota takes the snap. Pocket collapsing. Passes taken in by Treylon Burks. And a gain of 6, and the Commanders do not take a timeout here. They're probably going to go take a shot to the end zone. No, they're going to finally take their timeout here. I would have tried to get one quick play off if they didn't get the touchdown. Take a quick timeout and then kick the field goal or go for the end zone, one way or another. They need points here. That's the one thing they do need. So on 3rd and 4, here we go. Mariota taking his time. Motioning is McLaurin. Play action, Mariota. And he's just going to throw that one away. So now the Commanders are forced to take a field goal attempt from here, a 33-yard field goal. Because it is 4th down. So here comes Jake Moody. Snap good, hold good, kick is up, and the kick is good. The Commanders are within 11 now. There still is some time on the clock. There's 4 seconds left. Depending on how this kick is from Jake Moody, the Eagles might have a shot for the end zone, but there's no point in going for anything. You're up by 11. You get the ball back to begin the second half. It would be kind of disrespectful to go for something at this point in the game. And that will be a touchback. So they're up to the 35. We've seen some wild things today, so maybe Jalen Hurts will write something up here. Let's see what they do on 1st and 10. 4 seconds to go. They can only get one play off. Hurts takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Barkley. Barkley with a 1st down. And there are 000, so they can't really do anything more. A sensational first half here in Landover, Maryland. The Commanders trailing to the Eagles 31-20. We'll be back for a great second half after your halftime report presented by EA Sports. Welcome back to Landover, Maryland, Northwest Stadium, home of the Washington Commanders. If you are just joining us, you're probably wondering, this game's over, right? No, it's just the second half is just beginning. The Eagles lead against the Commanders 31-20, and I highly encourage you to rewind this game to watch this first half. The first half was amazing by both teams, respectively. And we'll see if we can have a matching second half. And Hurts and the Eagles offense will take over here at the 27. Tell you guys this, I'll give you guys a little spoiler here. Saquon Barkley having a career night, 212 yards rushing so far tonight. And on top of that, he has 44 yards receiving. Well on his way to 300 total yards. Well on his way to beating the 296-yard record of most rushing yards in one game. We will see what happens. I don't know what his record is in a game. I'll figure that out, but... Second and 8. Hurts dropping back. The pass is caught by Goddard, and Goddard gets the first down. Saquon Barkley, yeah, well, I remember that game. His career high was 255 yards about a year ago against the Los Angeles Rams. 255 yards, so he's already almost there. Here is Hurts. He's going to take it himself, and he will gain about 1. Hurts takes the snap, gathering, passes caught by Saquon Barkley. First down and more. He is breaking away yet again. Makes a move. He might go all the way, and he's in. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley. What a performance tonight. I mean, tacking on how many yards? 61 yards now, passing, or receiving rather. I am just speechless. Gee, I mean, like, 61 plus 44, that's 105 yards receiving on top of the 200 some odd yards that he has on the ground. Just one heck of a night for the Philadelphia Eagles, especially Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley now has 4 touchdowns. Two of them are on the ground and 2 of them are in the air. Just an outstanding performance by Saquon here tonight. And this game is far from over. Take a look on the other side, though. Terry McLaurin, you got to give him credit. 5 receptions for 131 yards and a touchdown. So he is on his way to a career night. He's at 121. His record is 141. Set back December of 2023 against the Los Angeles Rams, you would even think. So he only needs 21 yards to beat that record. Man, Could you imagine if football was like this? You very rarely see games like this, but could you imagine if football was like this every single Sunday, every single week? Like, it's so much more fun to watch, right? Mariota keeps it himself. He's got the first down. There's a flag on the play. He will be taken down at around the 45 or 46. But this will come back. An illegal block in the back on the offense, this time by Terry McLaurin. Despite an amazing night, it is taken back. 2nd and 2. Hands it off to Rodriguez. The ball, I thought it was out for a second. But a gain of 1. And it looks like Ben Sinnott is holding onto his leg. Maybe a pulled muscle. Hopefully he's okay. But 3rd and 1. Here for the Commanders. Could you imagine being in person for a game like this, too? Man. In any event. 3rd and 1. And Mariota sneaks and gets the first. So 1st down and 10. Mariota takes the snap. Pass is caught. That is Chris Rodriguez Jr. who gets the first down for the Commanders. Keeps this drive going. Mariota. 4-man rush. Escapes the pocket. He's going to get the first down. No flags. And he's going to slide. Marked down at the 32. That run play was not taken back. Do you guys remember? I'm wondering if you guys remember this. I remember when the Washington Commanders were the Washington you-know-whats. I don't want to say it. I don't want to get in trouble. The Washington R-Skins. And they had a year where they were just the Washington football team. So cringe. And they finally came up with Commanders. You know, they actually considered changing it, I think. I can't remember what it was they were... I mean, because they have the Nationals and the Capitals. The Nationals for the baseball and the Capitals for hockey. But they were going to change it to something. I can't remember, but that name has been interesting. Play action Mariota. Pass is hauled in by Burks and a first down for the Commanders. Mariota takes the snap. He's going to hold on, and he holds on to the football. Only a gain of 1. In my eyes, the Commanders need to score here because the Eagles have been just full steam ahead all game. All game, and you got to do what it takes to keep up. Mariota backpedaling. He is going to take it up the middle himself and sliding for a gain of about 5 or 6. 3rd and 4. On 3rd and 4, Mariota in the gun. Looking. Still looking. Towards the end zone. Caught. Treylon Burks, touchdown, Washington. The extension. Hauling it in. And tacks on 6 for the Commanders. The Commanders are very capable of stopping the Eagles. It's very hard to do that, as you can see by the score. Extra point up and good. So down by 11 are the Commanders. One of the first drives where nothing outrageous has happened. The kick from Moody. Here is Britton Covey up past the 25, and he'll be marked at the 26. So there's Saquon Barkley. 214 yards, rushing 66 yards. Receiving, I thought it was more, but that puts him at, what, 280 yards? Yeah. One way or another, it's been an amazing night for Saquon Barkley. Going to be doing a lot of research at the end of this game, I'll tell you that much. Hurts over the middle, caught Goddard, first down. Tries to get up to midfield, he breaks away. Down at the 38. The amount of broken tackles these Eagles, especially Saquon Barkley, has been able to pull off. Now Dallas Goedert able to pull off a couple. And getting the first down marked at the 38. First and 10. Hurts hands it off to Barkley. Barkley, he's got the first down. And it's just been play after play after play for Saquon Barkley, where he's just been able to get through that line into the secondary. And most of the time he's beat the secondary, but just that time he just wasn't able to get past the secondary. It's first and 10 from the 27. Hurts hands it off again to Barkley. Barkley through the line, and a gain of about 7. Hurts takes the snap, in trouble, pressure coming, and it's batted down. Batted down by Preston Smith, and it brings up third down. Commanders cannot afford to give up another touchdown. Field goal would be okay. Here's Hurts, dropping back. Looking, he's going to take it up the middle. First down more. And the ball is out, and the Commanders are on top. You know what? Who would have thought? Frankie Louvu hops on top of that football almost immediately after the ball came out. Hurts risked the contact, lost control of the football, and Frankie Louvu on top of it for the Commanders, and the Commanders could bring this lead down to just one possession. Zach, nice to see you, man. Hope all is well. Jalen Hurts is completing passes. That's how I know this. Knew this was a sim. Yeah, I know. Don't you wish Jalen Hurts performed this way? Don't you wish Saquon Barkley could get 200 and some odd yards rushing and 280 some odd yards total? Yeah. You wish. Pass incomplete. That could have been a big play for the Commanders. And like I said, Zach, I mean, I look at all these games we've, called and simulated. Just, I mean, all of these games have been, some of them have been kind of realistic, but some of them have been, kind of a little outrageous. This one clearly gets the edge off of every single game that I've called so far. But you just look at all the games and you just wish, can football be like this in real life? So it's 3rd and 10. Marcus Mariota take the snap. He is looking. He is still looking. And he will be sacked in the end zone. The ball is out. And he is marked. The Commanders get back on top of it. But he is taken down in the end zone, so it will be a safety. Moro Jomo ends up getting on top of that offenseman and makes this ball a safety, or makes this a safety. And Moody will have to punt from his own 20. Landing zone still applies, but the Eagles get the ball back. Here is Britton Covey. He will get all the way up to about the 39. And here comes Saquon Barkley. Zach, if you're curious in seeing how unrealistic this is, 13 rushes, 232 yards, 3 touchdowns for Saquon Barkley tonight. And off of the fumble recovery by the Commanders, they allow a safety. And the Eagles trying to tack on some more points. Hurts in the gun. Takes the snap. He is looking. Fires, extending is Saquon Barkley, a gain of 5. So the Eagles up by 13 now off the safety. Hurts hands it off to Barkley. Barkley finally taken down. If you're a Commanders fan, you're thinking to yourself, finally we can get him to not gain a yard. No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 5. Hurts takes the snap. Looking, still looking. To his right, he's got Saquon Barkley and a gain of 2, but not even close to a first down. He runs out of bounds, and Braden Mann will head on to punt this one away. No, they're going to go for this. They're taking him off. 4th and 3. Hurts takes the snap. Pocket collapsing. Pass over the middle, incomplete. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver, and the Commanders take over on downs at their the Eagles' 46. Just, what a way to make this game more interesting, don't you think? Interesting much? This game has been breathtaking. That's the word, breathtaking. Mariota hands it off to Cross Keys Merritt, and a gain of about 2. Mariota in the gun. Takes the snap. Plenty of protection. Pass is caught by Kroski's Merritt. And a gain of about 7. 3rd and 1. This is an opportunity for these Commanders to get back into this game, down by 13. And they do get the first down. If they get a touchdown plus an extra point, they'll be down by just 6. The Commanders have been offered plenty of opportunities, and I think they've been offered way too many by the Eagles. They need to take one of them eventually. Gain of 2 by Rodriguez.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in this third quarter. Here's Mariota. Mariota taking it up the middle himself. First down and sliding down at the 16. And this drive continues for the Commanders. Man, this game has been... Can you imagine how the game's going to be in 2 weeks against the Commanders in Philly? These two teams fight it like this. Motion from Samuel. The fake pitch and the fake give to Rodriguez. Here's Mariota. He will be taken down for a loss of 2. That is Brandon Graham. Welcome back. I think that's his first sack we've seen in our simulation in his return back to the National Football League after unretiring. Spending all of his years in a Philadelphia Eagles uniform and coming back from retirement back in an Eagles uniform. Hopes to bring this team back to a Super Bowl. Mariota. Pass is incomplete, intended for Samuel, who's been quiet today. 3rd and 12. Now, a field goal wouldn't do too much because you'd continue to be down by 2 possessions, but you'd only be down by 10, which is much better than 13, which is what it is right now. On 3rd and 12, here's Mariota. Mariota going for the end zone, and it is incomplete. Incomplete, intended for John Bates. And it'll be 4th and 12, and likely they'll go for the field goal here. It'll be a 36-yard attempt. It is still early to be that aggressive to go for it. And here is the kick from Moody. The kick is away, and the kick is good, but there is a flag. There's a roughing call. And who is it? Adoree Jackson, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 9 for the Commanders, and that's not the first time we've seen the Eagles special team unit on a field goal trying to block it, roughing the kicker, getting there a little too late. So it gives the Commanders another chance to tack on 6 instead of 3. 1st and goal from the 9. Mariota hands it off to Rodriguez. No gain. 2nd and goal. I'd see one more play before the quarter break. Should be able to see one. Mariota will not get it off. So that will conclude the third quarter. This sensational performance and sensational broadcast between the Eagles and the Commanders continues. After this, the Eagles lead the Commanders 40-27 here at Northwest Stadium. We'll be back after this. Well, welcome back, everybody. Fourth quarter underway. Commanders still way in it. Second and goal from the 9. Pass is caught by Rodriguez, but he is taken back for a loss of 1. Jihad Campbell, who has an interception under his belt, gets a tackle for loss now. It's third and goal from the 10. Blowing a chance the Commanders could be possibly doing here. They need the touchdown. Mariota in trouble, and he's sacked. Moro Ojomo there to take him down, a loss of 4. And Jake Moody will just have to head back on for the 3 points that he originally went on for. It's a little bit easier from here. It's a 31-yard field goal. Well, 36.
Jake Moody on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Moody. The kick is away, and the kick is good. So Jake Moody gets it away, not roughed this time. And the Commanders within 10. They're still down by 2 possessions, so this game could go any which way. The Eagles have been, has taken it down a notch considerably since the first half, putting up 31 points in the first half, only putting up 9. Here in this in the entire third quarter. Here is Shipley. Runs into Trotter, so his return stops there at 28. Which happens to just be his number. Hurts and the Eagles offense take the field again. There's Saquon Barkley, who is trying to hoist a career night. He is a handful of yards away from beating the all-time record, 296 yards. Hurts in the gun. Pass is complete to Dotson, and Dotson is pinned in the shoulder. But a gain of 7 on the play, 2nd and 3. Hurts. Running out of time on the play clock. He gets it off. Hurts. Pass to the left side. Incomplete. Hurts on 3rd and 3. In trouble. Passes hauled in. Dallas Goedert. And a first down marked down at the 50, right at midfield. Jalen Hurts and this Eagles offense trying to put this one away in a much closer than anticipated game. The pass is caught by Devontae Smith, a gain of about 6. Did I hear Alan Roach say A.J. Smith? That's not right. Maybe he should have said Devontae Smith. That's probably what he said. Just hearing things. 2nd and 4. Hurts to Smith, and he extends and only gains about 2. So if anything, this is an opportunity for the Commanders to get the stop. Down by 10. Keeping the Eagles out of field goal range, forcing the punt. Hurts, backing up from under center. Motion from Smith to the left. Motion from Barkley. Here's Hurts, dropping back. Pass is complete. That is Devontae Smith. And he's got a first down marked at the 17-yard line. And this Eagles drive continues. Now, it's not completely over for the Commanders just yet, but the Commanders are behind by 10. The only thing that they can really afford to give up is a field goal. Touchdown really does them no good. Here is Barkley up the middle, first down, and he is trying to get to that end zone, but he cannot get there. That would be his 5th touchdown, his 3rd on the ground, but wasn't able to get there. I don't usually do this at the end of the game, but I'm going to look into the player stats at the end of this game. This game has been way too good for us to not do that. Hurts backpedaling. Hurts looking around, spinning around. He's in trouble. He's going to go. He's going to try to get to the end zone, but he can't get there. No gain on the play. 2nd and goal. Hurts in the gun. Saquon Barkley to his left side. Hurts. Pass is caught, and in for the touchdown is A.J. Brown. That might have just put it away. The Eagles now up by 16, will be 17 in just a moment. With 9.5 minutes to go, Washington does have all 3 timeouts, and they have found some mysterious ways to come back and come from behind, but time will give us our answer here. 9.5 minutes to go. The extra point is up and good. So the Eagles lead by 17 now, up 47-30. It's a banger playing at the stadium. Can't remember the name of the song. You can Shazam it. I have it in my Shazam somewhere. It's that good of a song. Elliott to kick it away, back into the hands of the Commanders. Edmonds up to the 23. So there's Marcus Mariota's numbers. 19 for 33, 291 yards, 2 touchdowns passing today. Which has been okay, but horrible compared to some other players. Terry McLaurin chasing a record. Trying to get to 142 yards receiving, which would put him above his record. And Mariota is taken down. Started off by Jordan Davis, and Moro Ojomo finished things off. And a loss of 5 on the play. It's 2nd and 15 now. And the Commanders' hopes of trying to come back are slowly floating away. Mariota on 2nd and 15. Pocket collapsing. In trouble. Here they come. He's going to haul it downfield. There's a flag, and it is incomplete. We'll see what this is. And it's pass interference on the defense. Pass interference on the defense, and that takes them all the way up to the Eagles' 29. Wow. I'm telling you, mysterious ways to come back. Here is Mariota. He's going to have to run. He crossed the line of scrimmage. Gains 4. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from Burks. Mariota gets it to Burks, and Burks with the completion and the first down. And he is out of bounds, so the clock does stop for a couple of seconds here. Clock begins to run again after 10 seconds. Mariota in the gun again. Hands it off, this time to Rodriguez. And Rodriguez up to the 15. There's an injury on Cosme, the center. I believe he's the center. Looks like he's having a foot ankle issue. Hopefully he's okay. So 2nd and 8 for the Commanders, down at the 15-yard line of the Eagles. Trying to find a miracle of a way to come back from down 17. Here's motion from Samuel. It'll go to Samuel. He's got the first down, and he will be marked inside the 5 down at the 3-yard line. And he'll get a fresh set of downs for the Commanders again. And he will give the Commanders a fair shot at this. Need 3 yards for 6. Get them that much closer. Hands it off to Rodriguez, up the middle and in for the touchdown. Chris Rodriguez Jr. in for 6, and the Commanders will likely only be down by 10 in just a minute. Moody sets up. Kicks it. It is up and good. So the Commanders only trail by 10. Still a lot of work to do. The one thing the Commanders cannot do is allow another touchdown by the Eagles. A field goal would be not good, but it won't be the end of the world because they'd be still down by 2 possessions. It does make their job a little bit harder. So the goal at the end of the day is getting a quick 3 and out and getting a touchdown or a field goal, preferably a touchdown, so that all they need on that second possible drive is getting that field goal to tie it up, and we'll go to overtime, but we're not even close to that. There is Saquon Barkley, 246 yards rushing, 66 yards receiving, and 312 total yards. Just utterly amazing. Motion from Brown. Hurts through the left side, caught by Brown, and he is out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. So nothing doing there for the Eagles offense, and it's 2nd and 10. The good thing about that is that the clock stops momentarily. Clock is back on the run. Commanders need all the type of help that they can get. Here is Saquon Barkley. Breaks away, first down more. And down at the 44. And he is going to be... He was a threat in the beginning of the game. He's going to be a threat now. And if he breaks away just a little bit more, and if he can get that green grass in front, he's gone. Forget about it. Barkley to Hurts's left. Hands it off to Barkley. He's got an open seam. First down more. He's going to go all the way for another touchdown. Goodbye, Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley just broke the record. I know this is a simulation, but he just broke the record. There you see it. 321 yards rushing. That is the most yards rushed in the entire history of the National Football League. Saquon Barkley. What a historic night. Snap a little off spot, but the kick is up and good. And the Eagles are up 54-37. And that practically ends the game. The Eagles will likely win this one now. But again, I don't want to rule the Commanders out because especially in that beginning part of the game, they found some really weird ways to tie it back up. So they're not completely ruled out, but they're down by 14 with, or 14, right? No, 17. 17 with 5:40 to go. Here comes Edmonds up to just the 22. There's Marcus Mariota, 21 for 35. 310 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, that usually does enough for a team to win, but they're down here, down by 17. And the body of Saquon Barkley has just broke this game open. Here is Marcus Mariota, who gets to Terry McLaurin. And Terry McLaurin is yards now away from breaking his own record. That was a gain of 15. He just needs 6 more yards. Fakes the give. Some play action here from Mariota. He is going to haul it downfield. Heave it all the way. Caught. Touchdown, Terry McLaurin. He has just broken his own record, and he has just put these Commanders back in it. That is his second touchdown where he has just sucked the words out of you. You just cannot look at Terry McLaurin straight in the eyes and say, I'm just, you can't say anything to him. He just did something amazing. The kick is up and the kick is good. So they are back down to just a 10-point deficit. Record-breaking night tonight. Saquon Barkley breaking an all-time record. 320 yards rushing in one game. Terry McLaurin breaking his personal record. I don't even know how much that was. I mean, he was sitting at 100 and Yeah, 135, 136, right? Yeah, 136. And he just got a 63-yard field goal. So, or 63-yard touchdown. So 63 plus 100 and 100 and what? 130. Yeah, 136. 136 plus 63 is almost 200. So yeah, we're definitely going to be looking at some stats at the end of at the end of this game, seeing what records were broken, because there were a lot of records broken tonight already, and we still have some more football to go. Here's Saquon Barkley again. First down more. He is going to go again. Again. He might get caught up to, but no. He's all the way in for the touchdown. What is happening tonight? Saquon Barkley, another rushing touchdown, and tacks on another 73 yards. So 321 plus 73, he's almost at 400. I'm waiting for this to happen in real life. I'm so sorry. I'm waiting for this to happen in real life. It's just they're giving it to him at this point. Look at Dan Quinn's face. He's just disgusted. This game is getting sucked away by the Commanders, and the Commanders have done some sensational things tonight. I will give them that. Like, Terry McLaurin has done amazing, but Saquon Barkley and this offense has done some crazy things also. Just sucking the life out of the Commanders right now. This is, oh man, this is an amazing game. So the Eagles have put up 61 points, their first 60-point game of the season. You rarely ever get to 60 points to begin with, but let's see what the Commanders can do.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
This time it is Jalen Lane. There's Marcus Mariota. He's had a good day on the ground also. I mean, for a quarterback, 14 rushes, 98 yards. Like, the Commanders are, like, you can look at them as a good team. It's just the Eagles managed to find a way to just break records and do amazing things tonight. And that's what's putting them over the edge of the Commanders right now. I mean, look at that. 718 yards total yards for the Eagles. Just amazing. And here's Mariota. He is sacked. Sack number 6, and it goes to Zach Bond. I do not know why the clock is not there, because the clock's starting now. Eagles looking for their second win in a row, and they're likely to get it. Here's Mariota. Mariota, pass is caught. Puts Mariota over 400 yards passing today. That was John Bates hauling it in, gain of 5. Excuse me. A gain of 12, my apologies. I forgot it was not 2nd and 10, it was 2nd and 17. 3rd and 5. Mariota looking. He'll find Rodriguez, and he will get the first down, and he's out of bounds. Clock does stop. Some life, but not a lot of life. Down by 17. Here's Mariota. Mariota, a bullet. This time to Bates. Bates trying to stiff arm, but still a great gain for John Bates. 31 yards for John Bates. And the Commanders 32 yards away from breaking 50 points. Mariota, plenty of time. Passes caught by Burks, and he's got a first, and he's out of bounds. So the clock does stop. So if everything goes their way and they get a touchdown here, they got to go for the onside kick. They have to declare it now. We've been over this before. The new rules, a lot of new rules from last year to this year. You have to declare the onside kick now. You can't just magically get an onside, like not tell anybody that you're getting an onside kick. You have to declare it with the officiating crew and say, I'm going for the onside kick. And by nature, the opposing team will find out about that and makes it easier for them. But the reason probably why they did that is because onside kick the onside kick recovery percentage rate for the onside kicking team was on the rise, and I guess that's what kind of helped them keep that down low, make it a little bit of a harder ground to play. With 2 minutes 54 seconds, they're 1st and 10, they're 1st and goal. Here's Mariota towards the end zone, incomplete. Krosky Merritt was the intended receiver, and it's incomplete, so 2nd and goal. Mariota looking in trouble. He's going to escape, and he's going to go all the way for the touchdown. Touchdown Commanders. They are within 2 scores now, but still a lot of work to do. They still have to recover 2 onside kicks to really make this happen. Because I mean, in a normal game, you might consider kicking it away, but you cannot give the ball back to Saquon Barkley. You just can't. Moody to make this a 10-point game. The kick is away, and the kick is good. (61-51). Isn't that a crazy score? We did see a game earlier this season where I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, well, I know it was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think they won 59-58. But this scores, what is that, 112 points total? Crazy. Moody for the onside kick, and it is immediately recovered by Sidney Brown. So there's Saquon Barkley, 394 yards rushing today out of 18 rushes, and he's got 5 rushing touchdowns. Mind you, he has 2 receiving touchdowns also, so that's 7 touchdowns on the day for him. Could you imagine how many points he's getting? I mean, if you're in a PPR league, you're going to give Saquon Barkley the ball back. He's going to get absolutely crushed. And the Commanders take their first time out, gain of only 3. So, I mean, 394 yards. I mean, it's 2nd and 7, so that's another 3. So 397. So that's 39.7 points based off of just yards. Just yards. And then you have the 7 touchdowns, which is 6 apiece. So that's another... I'm going to have to do some math at the end of this. We got to figure some stuff out. Here is Barkley. Barkley, a gain of 5, and that puts him at 402 yards rushing. And the Commanders take their second timeout, regardless of the down. I mean, it's 3rd and 2, but what a game tonight. You're a fan out there? What a game to spend your money on. Well worth the amount of money you paid. Here's Hurts. Over the middle, caught. And first down, it's Dallas Goedert. And the Commanders take their last timeout. The Commanders do have the 2-minute warning on their side here. So the Eagles likely to run this as much as they can. So they'll run one play and then take it down to the 2-minute warning. Motion from Granson. Out of the full house formation to the right side. Here is Saquon Barkley and taken down a gain of 2. 404 yards rushing for Saquon Barkley. Just a sensational night by Mr. Barkley. You're lost for words at this point. And there's a 2-minute warning to score. 61-51, Eagles on top. Eagles likely to put this one in the bag here. And here's Barkley. Barkley finally getting stopped. And there's an injury on the field. Don't tell me it's Saquon Barkley. Are you serious? Are you serious? Saquon gets injured on one of the final plays of the game, but yet, I mean, I don't blame him. Like, you are so hard at work. 404 yards rushing, and you get injured. I mean, it makes sense. At that point, you take him out, like, right? You don't want to go overboard too much, but Hurts will hand it off to A.J. Dillon. He's got a first down, and he certainly made Saquon Barkley proud from the locker room. A.J. Dillon is technically RB4. It's Tank Bigsby who's RB2, but they're just going to kneel it a couple more times, and that will do it for this historic night in the National Football League. They don't even have to kneel it again. And that will conclude one of the best nights in the National Football League. The Eagles win this game 61-51, all thanks to Saquon Barkley and him rushing 404 yards and some extra yards receiving, and along with Jalen Hurts, who's thrown it well all day, all night. But you got to give the Commanders credit. They have put up such a good fight against the Eagles. So there you have it, you guys. Wow. So here we go. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at everything here. All right, we're going to view player stats. Okay, we're going to look at everyone. So Jalen Hurts, or let's start with Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota, 94.1 rating. So, in all fairness, pretty good. But Jalen Hurts, 139.7. Mariota went 27 for 42. Jalen Hurts went 25 for 32. Mariota went for 448 yards passing, while Jalen Hurts went 321 yards passing. Mariota went 64% completion percentage. Jalen Hurts went 78% completion percentage. Jalen Hurts and Mariota had 3 touchdowns passing. The only difference is Mariota had 3 interceptions early in the game, and Jalen Hurts had none. The average in passing is 10.6. Isn't that crazy? 10.6, and Jalen Hurts, the average was 10, and Mariota's long was 68 yards to Terry McLaurin, and Jalen Hurts' long was 61 to, I'm not sure who. I think you got to think it's Saquon Barkley, right? So, all right. Now, to rushing. Saquon Barkley, 22 attempts for 403 yards. That is 18.3 yards per carry. Five touchdowns, no fumbles. I don't even know what half of this other stuff meant, but his long was 73 yards. I'm not even going to get into everybody else because, I mean, look. I mean, Mariota had Mariota had 119 yards rushing for 16. I mean, that's pretty good, but everybody else is pretty average. Receiving. Dallas Goedert was at 107 yards receiving. Devontae Smith was at 67. 67. Terry McLaurin, though, 209 yards. You got to give him credit. He really was the one that kept the Commanders in that game. Treylon Burks had 75, pretty good. John Bates had 70. Oops, what happened here? No, I want both. There we go. But Saquon Barkley, 112 yards. So what is that? 500 and... What is that? 515. So he did break the all-purpose record also. And he didn't even need to return or anything like that. So, wow. Just a groundbreaking night for Saquon Barkley. I got to save this or something. This is all other stuff, but yeah. Wow, what a night. What a night. So Saquon Barkley not only breaks his hold on. Not only does Saquon Barkley break his own personal record of rush yards, 255 with 403. He also beats the all-time record of 296 with 403. He beats the all-purpose record also. He didn't even need return yards from kicking or punting. He just needed rushing and receiving, and he got 515. I mean, come on. Like, yeah, I understand this is just a game, but how do you manage to do that even in a game, you know? Like, I couldn't even do that playing for the Eagles or whatever, you know? So, but yeah, guys, listen. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, because I know I did. This was an absolute phenomenal game. I'm so glad I was able to get this in tonight. Who knows? Maybe we wouldn't have this type of game if we did this later on. But wow, I'm so glad I was able to do this for you guys. I'm trying to look here. This is probably the longest. Let me look at the amount of time I've been going here. Yeah, it just hit the longest stream of this series. So it was 2:13:07. This is 2:14 now. So yeah, guys, listen. As much as I don't want to go, I'm gonna have to get going. This was just a phenomenal game to watch, a phenomenal game to call, a phenomenal. I hope it was a good game for you guys to watch also. As far as the Bills game is concerned and the next Commanders game, The Bills game I will stream best case scenario tomorrow. If not tomorrow, I won't see you guys until the new year. I will see you guys likely before the 5th. Or no, before the 4th, excuse me, before that Sunday. So whether it's Friday or Saturday, I'll try and squeeze in a stream. If not, it is what it is. I'll get back to you guys when I come back from that vacation I was telling you guys about, from the 4th to the 5th, and I will be back on the 6th to stream for you guys. So I'm looking forward to that. But listen, guys, I'm gonna cue the music here. Let me see. Make sure this is down so it's not so loud in your guys' ear. All right. So listen, guys, after that sensational game, I want to thank you guys so much for coming to watch. Zach, thanks for coming in to watch. I don't think you watched the entire game. You're gonna regret it, but you can always watch it back, my man. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I know I did, like, beyond words. So thank you guys so much for coming in here to support me, liking, subscribing, just watching is what matters. Listen, if I don't see you guys until the new year, happy new year. I will see you guys in 2026. But the goal is to stream tomorrow, so I'll see you guys on New Year's Eve, which is tomorrow. So enjoy the rest of your year if I don't see you guys, but the goal is to stream tomorrow. But if I don't see you guys, Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys maybe next year. Alrighty, guys. Peace.